Blackburn
Enterprises.
Thank you for coming to our channel. You could have been anywhere else, but you're here with me. Back with a new movie review. I'm JB.
And I'm Ken.
And today we're going to be reviewing
Transformers Rise of the Beast.
Just knew you was going to say Transformers Robots in Disguise.
I was about to.
I knew you
make
would.
sure.
I knew you would.
I didn't say that.
I knew you would. Alright, this movie is directed by Stephen Caple Jr. Might know previous movies he's directed, such as
Creed 2.
Yes. He directed Creed 2, which was an awesome movie.
Yes.
Creed franchise is a pretty good franchise.
It is.
Yes. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into those actors and actresses. Alright, this movie is starring Anthony Ramos. Might know him in previous movies he's been in, such as
In the Heights, and he was also in the show She's Gotta Have It.
Yes. In the Heights and She's Gotta Have It. Alright. Also starring in this movie, we have Dominique Fishback. Might know her in previous movies such as?
She was in Judas and the Black Messiah, and she also was in the show Swarm.
Yes, she was.
Totally different actress.
I think it's that show. Is that show miniseries?
Miniseries.
Yeah. Swarm. It was crazy. She was
Man,
crazy
that's what I
in that show or movie or whatever.
Two totally different type of.
Right,
acting.
and it's a couple of different. There's a lot of voice actors in here, obviously, because there's a bunch of Transformers. So we're gonna go ahead and skip that, and let's go ahead and get into that plot.
So, as with Transformers, they're always trying to get something, and they're always trying to leave and go home. So they always are looking for something. They're always trying to go home, and they find some special friends to help them along their way. And of course, you know, they always have allies in humans, and Anthony Ramos is one of those allies.
That is correct. The Transformers, they are on Earth, and as you said, you know, they're trying to get home. And in the process of trying to get home, they forge an unfortunate bond, so to speak, with the humans that are there, and they have to figure out how they have to work together to work against a threat against the whole entire Earth.
Universe.
Well, universe, Earth, whatever.
Same difference.
I guess. All right, so let's go ahead and get into those likes.
I like the action in this movie. Is a lot of action, a lot of close frames, and different types of shooting. The way they shot the action was very, very cool. You could see everything that was happening. You could see all the movements that the when they transform is always awesome. So I love that.
Yes, you know, the bar is set pretty high, I guess, when it comes to the action as far as these movies are concerned. And this movie definitely fits in with all the Transformer movies when it comes to the action, when it comes to, like she said, zooming in on people transforming, because, you know, the first time we seen a live action Transformer on the screen, you know, the whole theater, you know what I'm saying, went crazy, you know what I'm saying. So, you know, they continue to try to make that, you know, a thing that everybody enjoys, and so they continue to do that. Anyone likes?
I like the storyline. The storyline made sense this time. Sometimes the Transformer movies go like too left or right, or they do too much, but this one was like they stuck to a storyline, they stuck to a plot, and it all made sense.
Yeah, they definitely all make sense, especially compared to the last two Transformers. The last two Transformers, unfortunately, with Mark Wahlberg, were not the best ones. They were kind of, you know, they're on the latter end. As she said, you know, when you have the characters and you have the certain plot devices that are moving everything forward, you know, things have to make sense. And if you're in a movie and you see things that don't make sense, that can take you out the movie instantly. And you're like, well, what are they doing? Why do they do that? This don't even make sense. And you didn't have that there. And I think a part of that was, you know, also that played a great part. Is because of the acting, you know what I'm saying, and the acting because of Dominique Fishback and Anthony Ramos. You know, they do an excellent job of the part that they portray and what they add to the overall story. Sometimes, you know, that can be a detriment as well, or just like super corny parts. You know, I think that was some things that played also in, you know, some of the other Transformers, and you didn't have any of that. You didn't have, you know, you didn't have any corniness. You didn't have just no certain shots,
random things happening.
Right, I'm trying not to throw people under the bus, but you know what I'm saying.
There's a lot of randomness in some of those Transformer movies.
Right, and so that there was, you know what I'm saying, there was a whole lot less randomness, you know, in this movie. So you know what I'm saying. So kudos to Stephen Caple Jr. for that.
Yes. Also, the music. The music was the bomb. I love the soundtrack that they used to depict the time that we were in. It's always cool when they do that. And the paying homage to like the times, basically showing different posters, and it was really for the culture, and I really appreciated that.
Yeah, this is around 1994. So, like I say, if you're a music lover, especially if you're a hip hop lover, you know they have so many different songs that are played to like she said, to give you a sign of the times. You know, from movies, and then
yes.
we said that in our reels back that this is definitely for the culture, and one of the main components of that was the music. You know, and in addition to the music, they also had the music, they also had movies, they also had posters. Like, you definitely felt like, you know what I'm saying, you were back in that time. And for those that actually lived that time and that, you know, were definitely into music and into movies and into different aspects of that, you know, you definitely understand that, and you know it makes the movie pop, and it adds, you know, a whole another element to the story. So definitely appreciated that.
Yes, we did.
Any likes?
Oh, that's all I have.
Acting, story, directing. Yeah, I think that's it. So I guess we'll go ahead and get into our dislikes.
Some of the things that happened on screen seemed like it wasn't. It was in the wrong era, maybe. Like some of the things that we do now and that we know to do now, like to maintain stress, for example. I don't think they were doing that in the 90s. And they put it in the movie, and I was confused, and I was like trying to figure out, when did these certain particular terminologies come about within the black community?
I have to disagree
90s.
With that. Now,
was it in the 90s or actors? That's what I couldn't figure out.
Something being mainstream, you know what I'm saying, where a huge variety of people or it's commonly known, is one thing, but to have certain individuals that might practice, you know, certain things, that's different, you know.
Yeah, and I will say
there's a lot of things that have been going on since the 60s and 70s, you know what I'm saying?
And I will say also, I think this movie took place in the North, and we are in the South, so we get things slower than they do.
You can agree to that. I'm not agreeing to that.
Passed down certain stuff.
And that's fine, but I'm not.
It might have been on before we was on.
I'm not signing up for that. I'm not signing up to the whole idea that the South is slower than the North.
It might be in some aspects.
You can sign up for that. I ain't signing up for it. You know what I'm saying? I represent the South.
That's true, but you know, it's the truth.
All right, so I guess we'll go ahead and get into our favorite part of the show, the rating.
I'm gonna give this movie a B+. I'm gonna give this movie a B+ because it is a typical Transformer movie, but it is better than some of the other Transformer movies that are out there. But you're gonna see the same thing that you know go to see, what you go to Transformers for. So that's why it's entertaining. It was good. It was, you know, I would probably watch it again. I'm giving it a B+.
Yes, I think I'm going to agree as well and give this movie a B+ as well. As you said, it kind of falls in line with a lot of the other Transformer movies and a lot of the plot lines and plot beats that have happened in the past. But it's definitely better off top, without even a doubt, you know, than the past two Transformers. Mm-hmm. And it might be better than some of those other ones as well. I think that it's definitely one of the best ones since. Probably like the first one, in my opinion, you know, and like, you know, he had those first three or whatever, and even the Transformers 2 and 3, they kind of got, you know, so I feel like this might be the best one since that, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's quite better than Bumblebee though. Although I like Bumblebee, I don't know, they might be both even or whatever, but you know what I'm saying, like the actors, you know, like as I said before, Anthony Ramos and Dominique Fishback, you know what I'm saying, they do some excellent acting. The stories, it makes sense. Oh, and another thing, what they set up at the end of this daggone movie
make sure you stay.
Is that that after credit scene blew my mind. And so they actually are they planted the seed, and so they actually end up going forward with this. Hey, this could get real crazy and enjoyable. So so it could be a lot of things that could happen in the future, and it's gonna be absolutely awesome in my opinion. Yes. All right, so if you want to go ahead and do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button. We'd definitely appreciate it, and it helps out the channel. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, bruh, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We definitely appreciate it, and you can see more videos like this one. And if you want to go ahead and do us another favor, you want to go ahead and hit that button that's shaped like a bell. If you want to go ahead and do that, you'll get a notification.
Every time we drop a new video.
And if you want to go ahead and do us one more favor, you want to go ahead and comment down below and should they comment?
Who is your favorite Transformer?
Good question. Who is your favorite Transformer? All right, we appreciate every single one of you. Make it well holler at you.
Peace.